I'm Sarah Hepburn. I'm confident and I'm fallible. I'm courageous and I'm vulnerable. And I'm here to talk about authentic leadership. So before you think it's the latest fad, the latest book, the latest internet sensation, that's not what I'm actually going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to talk about my reflections on 25 years in the workforce in 3 different countries and what I think is important about being an authentic leader. So I've got 3 things: trust, courage, and connection. So let's start with trust. How do we build trust? And I'm going to borrow here from the recent CEO of Lego, current chairman of the board, Jon Knudstop, and he talks about the importance of executives bringing their heart into tough decision-making. When he was asked how he turned his organisation around, he said, "I had to build credibility. It's amazing what you can get done when you're viewed without suspicion." He also talks about the importance of going to your team members every day and saying thank you. Thank you for doing all the things I didn't tell you to do. 2 things really beautiful in their simplicity, but really what he's saying is, I trust you, and I trust you to do your job well. When we trust, we listen, we share, and we inspire trustworthiness in ourselves. Let's think about courage. Slowly. There we go. Courage. How do we get courage? Well, human nature means that most of us will avoid confrontation at any cost. We're too scared. We'll steer clear of what we don't like. And that makes us feel fine in the moment, but of course it has its own consequences. The impact of staying quiet is fear, apathy, silence, and compliance, which can lead to compromise and mistakes. If I'm not being courageous, if I'm avoiding confrontation, I'm not doing my best, I'm not being my best, I'm not challenging to find new and better ways to do things. So how do we dial up the courage? We do so by being vulnerable. And when we're vulnerable, we respectfully challenge the status quo and inspire and create change. And then lastly, connection. So the 4 moral principles of integrity, responsibility, fairness, and empathy, all of which are common to all human societies, are more clearly demonstrated by leaders of successful organisations than those less successful places. And what are these leaders doing to inspire and demonstrate their character? It's letting go of mistakes, it's speaking up for the common good, and it's caring and showing empathy for your people. And what are the people at the other end of the spectrum doing? They're passing blame, they're breaking their promises, they're punishing well-intentioned people for making mistakes, and they're demonstrating that they don't care for others. So I don't think I need to ask you actually whether you've seen such of those behaviours in the workplace or at home at any time, and I don't think I need to ask you either who you'd rather work for and who you'd give your best discretionary effort to. So what it's telling us is when we're connected, we're building trust and we're creating that safe environment for people to be courageous and vulnerable. And so to bring it all together, really, after 25 years, what do I think? Well, I think it's not just about me. It's about creating that right environment so my team members can feel confident and fallible, and they can recognise that it's safe to be courageous and it's safe to be vulnerable to get better results. And it's really my role to help them to do so. Thank you.